It's the first official engagement of the new Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Nentawe Yewatda, outside Abuja. He is in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital, where he is warmly received by the government and the people with a display of culture. Mr. Yewatda heads to the government house to see Governor Babagana Zulum and the state council members. Acknowledging the efforts of the state government in addressing the humanitarian crisis confronting Borno, the minister explains how his office intends to synergize with relevant bodies to fast-track the repatriation of refugees as well as the relocation and empowerment of victims of humanitarian crisis.
Overall, we want to work with the state government, not just with IDPs alone, but we want to return also our refugees who are in Chad, who are in Niger, who are in Cameroon, to ensure that they are our brothers and they are part of us, and we know the kind of experience they are having over there. We, in the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, want to ensure that we give a human face to these people and ensure that they return back and integrated back to the community and Nigeria as a whole.
Professor Zulum thanks his visitor for the kind gesture as he speaks on efforts his administration is making on the issues that touched on, as well as the provision of livelihood for the IDPs.
One of our major problems is the management of repentant Boko Haram members. Another problem, as you have said, is the issue of repatriation. We have started, but there is need for us to continue and then close this chapter. So I'm looking forward to work with your agencies in order to do so immediately. Because time is not in our favor. Most importantly, in the next 3-4 months maximum, rainy season will set in some parts of the country, especially along the Cameroon axis. So we need to bring them back home.
He then proceeds to inspect the federal government's programs under his ministry. First, he visits 150 hectares of farmland being cultivated by victims of Boko Haram insurgency. After traveling over 20 kilometers into the bush, the minister arrives at the settlement where farmers harvest produce under the supervision of security personnel. He is briefed by heads of agencies under his ministry before making his own on-the-spot observation. The minister then travels another 30 kilometers into a settlement in Kanduga local government area where he distributed food items to vulnerable persons. Before leaving Borno State, the minister visits another IDP camp where he spreads the message of hope and resilience, assuring them of President Tinubu administration's resolve to address all humanitarian challenges confronting the country.